back to Coldfire Role Playing Games. We are so excited as the Kickstarter launches tomorrow, September 14th. We hope you can share in that excitement with us. And be sure, if you're in Salt Lake, if you're in the Utah area, come visit us at our booth at FanX Salt Lake City, September 21st to the 23rd. We'll be happy to talk to you about all things Terramentia. Today's class is one that has an astrological destiny. They not only look to the healing powers of the sun and the stars, but they also look to the study of the astral plane and the ethereal magic within it. They are capable in support or doing damage, and high damage as well. Astral Priests are the only class out of our 18 core playable classes in Terramentia that have the capability to decide what spells they're using each day, and that amount that they have grow at different levels. They utilize their knowledge of the sun and stars as well as their knowledge of the astral plane, the realm that is connected to all other realms, in order to decide what spells and abilities they would like to prepare for the day. So let's take a look at what the Astral Priests of the Watch are capable of. So at level 1, with the stars guiding you, the Astral Priest base health is 6 plus vitality. You start with +1 to mana, +3 to spirit, and gain the first aid specialization. You may not choose an armor specialization at character creation. Your class attribute is sanity, and it will be used to calculate your spirit power and your willpower. This is something very unique to the Astral Priest, using one attribute for both. They start with Sanctuary, gain 1 additional die to healing spells, and reduce their spirit cost to 0 when inside a Temple of the Watch. They also receive Temple Training 1. You have access to all spells available at your current level, but may only prepare 5 per day. This is the only class that's capable of doing this. Here at Coldfire Role Playing Games, we like permanent choices on people's builds. Everyone does have a chance to retrain at levels 5, 10, and 15, certain amounts of spells or abilities depending on your class. However, this felt very appropriate for the Astral Priest to be a little bit different. Because lore-wise, how they fit into the world, this made complete sense that they were able to draw on different aspects and different capabilities on different days. At level 2, they gain Astral Guidance 1. Out of combat once per day, you may meditate with the sun or the stars in the night sky. Roll a d12 and gain 1 effect for 24 hours. On 1-2, gain +3 to attack rolls. 3-4, gain +3 to damage rolls. 5-6, raise maximum mana by 1. 7-8, raise your maximum spirit by 1. On a 9-10, raise your willpower by 3. On 11-12, raise spirit power by 3. So the Astral Priest can kind of change with the days, change with the moods of the world, the moods of the universe. At level 3, they receive Temple Training 2, where they can prepare up to 7 spells per day. And at level 4, they have a choice between Arcane Well 1 and Light Well 1. Arcane Well is for 2 action points, gain 3 mana. You may not have more than your maximum mana, and this ability may only be used once per day. Or they can gain Light Well 1. For 2 action points, gain 3 spirit. You may not have more than your maximum spirit. This ability also can only be used once per day. So this is an important choice early on for your character as to whether you're kind of leaning towards mana or spirit or figuring out a hybrid of both. Now at level 5, you have another choice. You can pick 1 weapon or armor specialization, or you can pick 1 non-armor or weapon specialization. You gain Arcane Focus 1. You may spend 1 mana to add 1d6 arcane damage to a single target spell attack, usable once per turn. You can gain Healing Focus. You may spend 1 spirit to add 1d6 to a single target heal, usable once per turn. And finally, Temple Training 3, where you are preparing up to 8 spells a day. Moving on through the later levels, baked into the class, you can gain Astral Guidance 2, where you double the values of the previous random effects table, which were all positive. Shepherd of Light, where you can remove sanity counters from yourself or an ally, become a skilled healer, and use star charts for navigation checks. So let's take a look at what the Astral Priest can pick on a daily basis. Level 1 starts with Arcane Dart. For 2 action points, you can do a long-ranged attack at 40 feet, dealing 1d6 plus willpower arcane damage. Solar Flash. For 1 action point, a hot burst of light that does 1d6 plus willpower solar damage. This spell may be used in melee without suffering the -6 penalty to hit. Light Spear. For 2 action points and 1 mana, hurl forth a focused spear of solar energy that does 1d12 plus willpower solar damage. They can gain Sunlight, an Arcane Cloak that can help reduce magical damage done to them, or a Solar Cloak that can help reduce combat damage done. They gain Heal, Healing Aura, Shared Fate. If any ally would have their health reduced to 0, you may suffer the damage instead, usable once per day. Balance. You may transfer up to 2 of your spirit or mana to a willing target, or you may transfer 2 of your spirit to mana, or vice versa. This can help if you picked a variety of spells that use both spirit and mana. Stabilize can help remove wound counters. Last Rites. You can make a spirit power check versus a lesser ghost spirit power to banish it, or to calm a restless soul. Or Purifying Light. Remove 1 debilitating effect from a willing creature. This class has some of the most options to pick from at level 1. It's very front-loaded, but the way our system works and they scale up, they're useful all the way through the game. Level 2 offers Reposition, typically something just left for a martial class, so that's kind of unique here. Cleanse Food, Magic Boost, where you can use arcane energy to boost a willing creature's movement by 10 feet, or their jump distance is doubled. They also have Locate Magic and Time Well. Immediately reset the speed rotation. The entire combat encounter must re-roll speed and use the new result. Your turn is over as soon as the spell is cast, usable once per day. Now this can be extremely powerful. It comes with a heavy cost of 2 action points and 3 mana. At level 2, that is a lot. However, if you are in an unfavorable situation where all the enemies are going before you and your team is going down, you might want to consider this. Try resetting things, setting the universe right. Level 3 boasts Arcane Armor, where you can increase your defense, and Solar Armor, where when you would be hit by an attack, you can add 1d6 to your defense, as well as Starlight. Call down a star from the sky to deal 1d4 willpower solar damage. A target hit by this spell must make a fortitude check versus your spirit power or be blinded for 1 round, giving them -6 to attacks. And Arcane Diffusion. Dismiss a spell equal to your character level. So already by level 3, the Astral Priest has a ton of utility. This utility can greatly help the party. They can do very respectable damage. The real downside is their health pool is very small. This is not a class that wants to be on the front line. Moving into level 5, we have a more interesting damage spell that utilizes mana and spirit, the Arcane Starlight Ray. A white, gold, and purple ray shoots forth, damaging all in its wake for 1d6 plus willpower arcane damage and 1d6 plus spirit power solar damage. A target hit by this spell must make a fortitude check versus your spirit power or be blinded for 1 round, giving them -6 to all attack rolls. Arcane Prison. For 2 action points and 2 mana, target 1 creature. This creature must make a willpower check versus your willpower or be paralyzed for 2 rounds. A paralyzed character loses all action points and movement on its turn and cannot move a muscle. Any damage done will end the effects. Some other spells along the way would be Sunwave, Regeneration, Inspiration, where an ally can add +6 to any specialization check, Resurrection, Sunhammer, Fate, Destiny. Threads of Fate come down from the sky to shine starlight upon 3 targets, healing them each for an amount equal to double the value of your spirit power plus willpower, and remove 1 sanity counter. You can gain Teleport Self, Flying, Arcane Swap, switching positions with other characters, and Astral Projection. Out of combat once per day, you may perform a ritual that puts you into a transient state, which projects your consciousness out of you and gains flying for 30 minutes. While moving about, observing the world from this state, You are only detectable by magical means. Your body is unresponsive to the world around it. Taking damage will cancel the spell. And moving past a few really cool other ones, we're going to look at our final form at level 17. This ability is called Astral Form. 1 action point, 1 mana, and 1 spirit is the cost. Your body has an iridescent and partially translucent glow of purple and gold. Becoming one with the universe, its powers flow through you. Gain defense +3, plus 1d4 additional healing die, plus 1d4 additional arcane damage to arcane damage dealing spells. This can last for up to 6 rounds if you wish. As usual, every class of the week is my favorite class, mostly because we had so much fun play testing them and creating them. We love strong class identity. We feel the Astral Priest really brings that strong class identity. So check out the link below. Head over to our Kickstarter. Hopefully you like what you see. We've got some really good tiers in there where you could possibly become an NPC in Iceclaw Castle, or you might have a dragon named in honor of you in the Pantheon of Dragons. So September 14th is the launch date. That is tomorrow. And again, look for us in Salt Lake City, September 21st to the 23rd at FanX Comic Convention. We hope you enjoyed another look into the classes of Terramentia, and we'll see you next time.